Hi, my name is Anthony Davis, and I am the DP of Decisions. My overall visual approach really came from collaborating with Curtis, the director. He really spoke about just wanting something raw and gritty. So I just did my research on a lot of movies that I feel have that raw and grittiness to it, where it's a lot of handheld and really feeling each and every scene. So I just approached it from that standpoint of just wanting to be immersed into this world with these characters. I wanted the audience to feel really immersed into the story. Everything we did, every decision we made when we were out there was just about how can we feel what the characters are feeling, how can we be in this with them. So I just want them to feel the roller coaster ride that we're taking them on throughout the entire story. Because there's a lot of ups, a lot of downs, it's a lot of crazy moments. When we were shooting a lot of the action scenes, there were a lot of moments where we were rehearsing that as many times as we needed to make sure we got it on point. So I just want everybody to feel immersed into the story. I want them to really feel everything that the characters are going through. My biggest challenge and shot of the entire series was the fight scenes, really all of them. It was something where we're mapping out exactly where these actors have to land. We're mapping out where exactly camera needs to be. You know, when we shot this scene with our two leads and they're finding out that Dean is in their living room, that was a challenging scene to shoot because not only did I have to light in a way that making sure that we catch both of them, but also I have to make sure that it makes sense for the camera. You know, when the scene started, it's an argument scene where our two leads are really going at it, and I'm lighting for, you know, someone who's African American. I'm also lighting for someone who's, you know, lighter in skin tone, and so making sure that they both are lit properly, while also when we're going with them into the living room and they finally see Dean, it's making sure that he's lit properly, making sure the camera is in focus, and because I'm pulling my own focus. So just making sure that we were able to make sure that everything that we need to have done was checked off in that scene, because we had to make sure Dean was lit well, and we also had to make sure, you know, our two leads were in the right marks to make sure that I was able to see Dean, because when you watch the film, you'll see that I land absolutely in between them, and it was perfect. You know, it ended up being great, but it took maybe like 3 rehearsals before we were ready to shoot. So, but it was great. It was difficult, but it was very liberating once we got it done. For this project, I shot in the Blackmagic Pixis, and I shot with the Blazar Anamorphics before this project. And I was very interested to try the Pixis because it was so much hype, and I was really interested in what they could do. So when he came to me and told me that he was thinking these things for the project, I said, great, because not only do we get to push ourselves on the project, but now we get to push ourselves through the camera and through the lenses. It taught me just about preparation. It taught me about how I should be preparing myself as a DP before I even step foot on set. And when I do step foot on set, you know, how do I pivot from when I have an original plan, they don't work? How do I pivot, and how do I communicate that with the director or with my G&E team, or my first AC? In this case, I was my own first AC, but just in general, just how to communicate with everybody on set when you have to pivot. And also, you know, not being so caught up in other intangibles that I'm not dialed into what the image needs to look like. That I'm not dialed into, you know, how I need to light every single character in the scene. And because you don't want to sacrifice the image, and there's a saying that says you need to protect the frame. And so that's always something that I just want to live by when I'm out there as a DP, to just protect the frame, protect the image, and serve the story the best way I can. So yeah, I would say this project taught me just how to lead, how to communicate, how to prepare, and those are intangibles that I will take with me for the rest of my life. My collaboration with Curtis was the most seamless, you know, collaboration ever. He made it so easy. Not only is he a friend, but even when we step on set and there's a yes, there's a friendship, but there's also a sense of we need to get this done. But he was just so open to making sure that I felt comfortable with every shot that we did. There was a point in time when he asked me, do I feel good about the way this scene turned out? Do I feel good about the light and where it's placed? And he gave me the time and told me to, do it exactly how I wanted it. He didn't want me to sacrifice the image or sacrifice what I wanted to do or what I want to accomplish as a DP. He wanted me to be the best I could possibly be, while we're gonna say. He pushed me to do that. And every time I had an idea, I would go to Curtis, right? And whether he accepted it or not, he allowed it. And that's what I needed to feel heard. You want to feel heard when you're talking to your director and when you have ideas. And he would tell me things. He would tell me sometimes where he would like the camera view or how he wanted to feel. And I was completely open to that because it was a matter of what serves the story. I felt like, yeah, I'm the DP and usually in charge of the angles and lighting and all those things. And we definitely don't step on each other's foots or anything like that or get in each other's lanes, but it's very collaborative, and he made it very easy because he has a vision and he's allowing everyone, including the actors, to chip into that vision. Because I will say this about Curtis, he understands that this is a bigger whole to this picture, and that other people's opinions, other people's ideas can enhance the story. So I really love working with him for that. The advice I would give a first-time cinematographer would just be prepare, and shoot as much as you possibly can. Shoot and test out the lights you want. Go to YouTube University, and like I said, preparation prepares you for each and every shoot that you step onto. So dive into the script and learn as much as you can about the script, and see what the story needs. And then when you're on set, keep it as simple as you possibly can. And there will be moments where I feel like you get to play, where you get to do certain things that you really enjoy and you get to have fun while you're in the scene. But don't make it complicated. Use what you have and what you know, and just go from there. And don't compare your work to the top DPs that you see on Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is. You do the best that you can do with what you have, and then you'll grow and grow and grow the more you study, the more you shoot, and the more you prepare. So good luck to anybody who is wanting to be a DP, and you can do it. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. And I believe in you, even if I don't know you. Just go do it, man. Just believe in yourself, and just have the right people around you who believe in you too. Go watch Decisions. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you love. Tell us what you hate. But more than anything, go watch Decisions. Subscribe to Curtis's YouTube channel. And thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for watching. We love you.